The city of Tyler has adopted its Lake Tyler Master Plan, a document that will guide policy making. Leaders hope to build better relationships with those who live at the lake while also improving amenities. KLTV7's JD Conti explains.
This is our home.
Hank Baker lives on Lake Tyler, which isn't in the city limits, but is controlled by the city, one of Tyler's two main water sources.
Right now, Lake Tyler's budget is actually fairly small.
Tyler Utilities Director Kate Dietz says the lake's budget is largely subsidized by water bills. The city council is hoping to change that with the lake's new master plan.
Creating income or revenue so that we can support additional services out there more than we already have.
The plan is an outline for future policy, not concrete funding for anything specific right now. The plan addresses the need for more bathrooms and public spaces, stormwater and environmental improvements, and safety. Teresa Hetrick is the president-elect of the Lake Tyler Association.
Maintenance and upkeep, water protection, water pollution, that kind of thing, and then the safety of our kids and neighbors on the lake.
Tyler police currently patrol public areas of the lake, but the plan calls for more law enforcement. Residents say this plan has given them a chance to talk to the city.
We're not residents of the city, and so as a result, we don't have as much opportunity to interface with them. But this master plan created great opportunity for that communication.
Dietz says the plan aims to preserve the long-term water supply. We asked Dietz what would happen if someone from out of town wanted to buy in.
The water rights, like I said, they belong to the city, and we're not looking to sell.
JD Conti, KLTV7 News.
And to see that plan for yourself, scan the QR code on screen or go to KLTV.com, scroll down and click right there on our big red box.